So what Barry's going to do is hit some shots. I've known Barry for a long time, and with the quad, with the 4 dots, we're going to show Barry why this wedge doesn't suit him. Because basically the strike location is everywhere. So it's, okay, now he hasn't played for a couple of weeks, kitchen pass and all that stuff, that's fine. But fundamentally, his strike location for a good player is a bit all over the place. And we're going to try and make him more consistent. So let's talk about bounce. He's never really been fitted for a wedge. He's kind of gone, I like it, that'll do. Plays a lot of golf everywhere, on the sea, inland, plays nice places. So having a decent short game has to be his priority to sort of keep his score linked together. So plays golf in what I would call bursts. Okay, hit some shots. So swing speed, mid-80s, 6 degrees down. So those of you out there who are interested in the fitting side of it, more bounce or less bounce, he's got 8 degrees right now. We're probably going to go with a bit more bounce. All right? So, one more. Good. Very good. Pretty good. So those of you who are interested out there, it's a 52-degree wedge. It's going about 105. And that was plumb out in the middle. That was perfect. But that was a shallower golf swing. So that less bounce definitely kicks in. That's good. The only issue you got is sometimes with the quad, on these cold, wet summer days in England, is that the stickers don't quite stick because they're damp heads and cold. You would think it's June, would you? Right, here we go. So we're going to change Barry now into a different shaft. Okay, I know it's not the same head, it's a high toe, but it's got a 50-degree wedge, but this has got the KBS 120 high rev in it. So similar weight to his one. Now Barry does use Arcos, so he knows his numbers. He's not that naive, he doesn't know his numbers. So this is going to go a little further, but we're looking for the strike. Remember the rules. We want it just below the centre line and centre strike. Right. Okay. That was high at the toe. So again, we're looking at this and saying to the guy, how's it feel? Do you like it? Not like it? Different? Feel different?
Yeah, a little bit. Trying to work out exactly what it is that it feels like.
Yeah. So again, there's no right or wrong in this conversation. It's just a case of, is it what you want to feel? Is it good? It's close, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's close. That's perfect. For those of you out there, that was 2 mil from the middle, but it was 11 mil down. That is the perfect location for spin. So that's going to get that trap effect where the ball is trapped and spinning as much as it can. So for those of you who say, oh, you can't fit wedges indoors, you can with this stuff. We're doing it outdoors, so that's great, you can see it. But that's a perfect location to create maximum spin or maximum friction. Now if you're watching me, I'm just drying the ball with my hand naturally, just rubbing the ball, any sort of surface air, like Pebble Beach had the sea hard, that moisture in the air. Just rub the ball, get that moisture off, because that will create a film that will slide and create that spin. Right. So, good, bad or ugly? Better or worse?
Felt better slightly. There was only a bad one that I had the toe off in the first. I didn't really feel like I never got out wedges particularly anyway, but
yeah, no, that's fair. You know, he's not really a smasher of wedges, but yeah, it's still pretty good. Perfect. How do you think that for? When you see that feels? So modus 115, different type of weight again, more balanced in the middle, good or bad. Dead centre strike. That's come literally centre centre. Yeah, dead centre strike. That's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Nice. So, just taking that weight down a fraction, get the balance point in the middle for Barry's perfect, and that's giving him some real super consistent numbers. That's really good. Keeping the spin rate up about 8,000, 9,000, and then also keeping the carry distances very consistent. A bit of a drop kick, that wasn't so good. Okay, but we've got a bit underneath that one. Okay. One more. Good. Feel different now?
Yeah.
So, for those of you who are interested, that's what it looks like for strike locations in terms of middles, coupled towards the heel, but not bad. Okay, so that's good. Right, let's go for something completely different. There you go. So this now is really heavy, and this has got all the weight towards the butt end of the club. This is a 130. This is heavy. Should be some fun. Right, see what happens with this. Let's see what's wrong. We just put a spot on that for you. No, what's this? You can on GC use one dot at the top if you want to just get some basic numbers. It won't give you strike location, but it'll give you everything else apart from the strike location. So this will be different. Heavy. Like or dislike.
Quite like the extra weight.
Right, so straight away, this is where he has the call, right? He has the veto vote. He likes the weight. That felt really good. Let's try again then. Right. Feeling?
Yeah, same smooth. The weight helps. I know I've had a good one.
Right, so again, Barry plays other sports as well, and that thing of where the head is for him, he likes that sensation of extra weight, that's fine. It sounds like a little chunky to me.
Yeah, it was.
It sounds a little bit bottom first. It's close, but we're almost there. Right, so this time I'm going to move him into the classic S400. Right, been around since God was a lad. Let's see if this one feels better. Same weight as this, different placement on the weight.
I don't know if the weight's more familiar to me than actually play KBS.
Right, so again, interesting. He plays KBS in the eyes, so it's a different sort of animal compared to the diamond gold. So this is completely left and right now, good or bad. Interesting. That's really interesting. That feel good? Different?
Yeah, different. Not, I prefer the feel of the other one, but
Okay.
I'm not adverse to giving that down.
Okay. Good. So he's super consistent here with what he's trying to do with the location of strike, and he's super consistent with the carry distances within 2 yards here. Right,
That's quite good.
that's really good. So actually what you might find here is that Barry might have a 2-wedge system, 52, 58. He definitely needs a bit more bounce in one of the wedges, and maybe in the other wedge as well. But attack angle is 6.5 down, if you want to sort of get some numbers on it. So strike location is really good, and carry distance now is again very, very tight. So this is where we're starting to get down and dirty. Feel better?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So this now is your KBS 610 shaft. So if he likes the KBS product in terms of feel but wants a different wedge shaft, let's see what this one does for him. But I have to say, that was pretty darn good. We're not talking mechanics, we're not getting down and dirty on angles and dangles, we're just getting to hit the shafts, be free, and understand where it's. That's, by the way, that's perfect.
Yeah, lovely.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
that felt really nice.
That's perfect. Right. So, we're close with that other one, but this now looks really good. Strike location is just below the middle centre line, so it's going to be maximum spin. Bit dump in the angle, but not bad. That's really good. That's pure centre. That's great.
Yeah, that feels the best weapon.
Okay, perfect. So again, you're looking for that reaffirmation from the player. How's it feel? Feels good. That's all we want to hear. Right? If he's 100 yards out, can he hit the shot he wants to hit? Yep, he can hit that shot. Perfect. Right. Okay, so he's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots there, and the delta between them all is no more than 5 yards maxed between the top and the bottom range. So this is what we're looking for. If it's a 95, 100 yard shot, Barry hit the club, Barry's good. That's all we need to know. Whoever does Barry's short game coaching can work on other stuff. His wristing gets a little bit inside it, but he's much better here. This is good. This is what we're looking for. Right. Okay, so we're in the game. Yeah? Happy? Right, got it. One more. Yeah, we're good from there. I know it's a bit dull watching him hit loads of wedges, but all we're trying to do here is understand you're trying to get someone to just go through their routine, hit some wedges. We're not getting too result centric. We know what the numbers are looking like, we know where he's coming from. All we're trying to do is get him to feedback what he's doing. And when you're doing this, try and do it in clusters of 3s and 4s. You want to almost go into what I call disruption. If he stands there with a wedge shaft for 15 minutes, he'll get used to it, that feels fine. 3 or 4 shots, change it, 3 or 4 shots, change it. If it feels rotten, get out of it quickly. If it feels good, keep in there a little bit. You're trying to get him to be like playing golf. You know, anyone can stand there and just shell balls with a wedge. Just, again, this is the last one we're going to try, but this is what we're doing. This is not preemptive or prescriptive. I've got no idea what he's going to end up with. Right, a little bit drop kicky, but not bad.
I'll take it as a bad one.
Yeah, that's a bad one, but that's okay, that's fine. So we can now look at that and say, right, KBS 610, 120, Barry, what head do you like? And now we went to shape, angles, radiuses. I would give him some more bounce. I like it when he's a bit more aggressive on the attack angle. So 10 or 12 degrees in the 52. He has a 2-wedge system. A 58 with a bit less bounce, maybe 8 or 10. Again, he has a preference for whatever head he likes. Choose a head, and we'll go from there. But fundamentally, we've got the shaft right. We know his specs with his wedges. We'd go a little flatter on the 58 because that's what I tend to want to see, someone with lower hands in the bunker and yada yada. I don't like the Shambo method of going straight up and then wrist into full extension. I think is very limited for a lot of shots around the greens and short game ways. You know, if you're a Sevi devotee, I don't think Sevi would be too good from there. So I don't see that as a great way to do short game. So I prefer it when someone has a little bit of flexion and they can feel they can move the face under. It's not a flip, but just that feeling. So for those of you out there who do fit, look at the loftiest club and maybe try a little flatter line angle. But that's how I would do a wedge fit. Okay, I know it's off a mat, I know it's indoors as well, but it does work.